from Tribes for Good. Yes, Tapsi, do you have any question? Or you want to say something? Okay. Okay, I can see everyone has joined in mostly. Okay, great. Is everyone ready?
Yes, we are.
Yes?
Yes, please.
Amazing. Good to see you all. It's amazing to see everyone. Okay, I cannot see though Neha, Kajal, Sanya. Can you please switch on your cameras? Thank you so much. Okay. ठीक है. I think we are set. Okay. Hi Vihana. All set at your end?
Sorry?
All okay at your end? Are you able to share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. ठीक है. So today I have Vihana with me. So we'll be having a new topic or session today. I hope you all are excited and we'll get to learn something new today. Over to you, Vihana.
Hi everyone. I've met like most of you in my last session. You all learned Canva with me. So today I'm here to like, if anyone's new here, can any of you like who's new can raise their hands and like introduce themselves maybe? Yes, sweetie, Mansi.
Hello, my name is Sweetie. I am in 12th standard. I love to learn new things.
That's really nice. Yes, Dildar.
Thank you.
Yes, hello, I'm Dildar and I'm quick learner and I like to read books and watching videos. Thank you. I,
Yes, Swapnil, go ahead. You're on mute.
Am I audible, please? I'm Swapnil. I'm a third year student. I'm pursuing BTech and I have more of my interest around technology. Yeah. Yes, please.
Thank you. Yes, Payal, go ahead. Um, I think Payal's not audible. I think
Hello. Sorry, there is network issue. Please. Hi, I'm Payal, and now I'm 12. I'm in 12th standard, and I'm doing hard for my 12th HSC board exam. Thank you.
that's really nice. Angel, you can go ahead.
Hi, I'm Angel. I just finished my HSC exam this year, and my hobbies are reading and dancing. Thank you.
Yes, Zainab, go ahead.
Hello, Didi. My name is Zainab, and I am in 12th standard, and I am excited to learn something new. Thank you.
Yes, Danish, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, myself Danish here. So I've completed my graduation from BSc IT from Lala Lakshmi College. So currently I'm working over here.
BSc IT कर रहा है भाई.
Reading fascinating about like tech stuff and doing home workouts and reading books just about me like this.
That's really nice. I'll introduce myself as well. I'm Vihana Desai. I'm currently in grade 10 and I'm from Indore. I am a robotics and tech enthusiast and I love aspects of business as well. I think wasting no, like not wasting, but let's move into what we are learning today. I think I'll just share my screen. Yeah. So last time we learned Canva and I'm here to present something, how to create a resume on Canva this time. So now that you're all in 12th and or you're all in college, you might be looking out to applying to jobs. So this might be just the quick thing to learn and maybe it will help you in the future maybe. So let's move ahead. What is a resume? Can any one of you like raise your hands and tell me what a resume is? Have you ever seen one? Yes, Vishal, go ahead.
Resume is like resume includes all the qualification, education, whichever you have done, your quality or references. Includes all these things, and it will help to get know to the interviewer more about it.
That's really nice. Zainab, please go ahead.
Yes, a resume is like you are before you do some job like and which degree like that.
Yes. Yes, Angel, please go ahead.
Resume is which have our information like our educational information and what skills we have and what marks we have obtained. Mostly our resumes are biodata.
Yes. I think that's like a very good example that you've all come up with. I think I'm going to summarize what all of you said. So basically what a resume is that when you're looking out for a job opportunity, you a resume is very crucial at that point. It's a concise summary of your skills, experiences, your qualifications. This really helps like the employer who's employing you to understand how well you're educated and how well you could manage the job. So that's basically what the resume is. So now what I want you all is to understand, you might be confused. You might have heard CV somewhere, you might have heard resumes somewhere. Has anyone heard about CVs maybe? If you
Yes.
can read.
We will let
Yes,
you
go ahead.
Hello. As much I know, is it is interchangeably used. Resume and CV.
Okay, I think yeah, Sanjana, go ahead. I think you have some inputs as well.
I have heard a CV, and I think CV. The difference between CV and resume is, in CV we can write unlimited think about us like uh, yeah, and resume is uh, is we can write in limited words and short and concise.
That's absolutely right. So basically, I'll tell you what the major difference is between a CV and a resume. So basically, CV is used for very specific job titles. So if you're applying for a designer, it is only for designer. You can't apply it anywhere if you want to be a engineer. So you can't use the same CV again. But if you're making a resume, you can use that resume again. So if you're applying for a designer, you can also use that same thing as your engineering portfolio as well. A CV has an unlimited length. You can write as much as you want about yourself. But a resume is limited to 1 or 2 pages. So it's like a maximum. You need to just fill in till there. Then CV has like an open format. You can go ahead with your CV in very different manners. While a resume has a very chronological as well as a very structural procedure, how you go about it, how the formatting goes. So that and also your sections. So basically how you describe maybe your education, your skills, what all you spoke that it contains. In CV, those sections depend on the job requirements. So basically when the employer needs to employ people, they show some job requirements, right? That we need someone who is like a designer maybe. So you will add a section or maybe sections that relate to designer. But in a resume, you have limited, but you need to fill all of them, like skill sections, work experiences, all of them. I think that gives a good brief about what a CV and a resume differentiate. But if any one of you have any doubts, you can please raise your hands. Yes, Rukmini.
So I have one small doubt. In CV, if we are writing, as you said that we can write many long information. So do we have to write about single specific field in CV, or we can add multiple things?
So basically, when you're applying for when you're using CV, when you're applying for a job, you basically need to refer to the topic. Like if you want to be a designer, you'll put things that relate to designer. While in resume, you can have a wide range, but I think you should specify and cut down.
All right, got it. Thank you.
I think I'll move on. Now, what I want you all is that even a resume you need to tailor for each job. Like your resume needs to be different. It needs to be different. What I feel, it needs to be different. So if you want to show the best resume, you need to make it according to your job requirements as well. That's what I feel. So each and every job may require you to build your resume in a different manner. So I'll tell you two different things. There is one thing as people who want creative people coming in. And then there are people that they want like engineering people who are hardcore techies. So basically, if you're applying in a tech field, what they generally use is to check and score your resume is a appliance called ATS. So it's like a applicant tracking system which like goes through all of your resume. So it's an AI. So it goes through your resume and it detects and maybe it just gives a whole sum up of your essay and it scores your essay. So it's not like a manual person looking at your resume. While in some creative job, there would be a manual like a person looking at your job like whole sheet resume. So I think that if you're like going forward for a tech job, you might need to go for a different formatting while if you're going for a creative one. So what I'm going to show is that this is a creative template. This could be used for a designer. And this is a simple one, which could go through ATS. So basically, when you're putting it in AI needs no color, like less color and straight content so that it can go through it quickly. But when there are like different elements in the resume, it can't go through it quickly. So when you're applying to a job that may like check your resume through a ATS, you might need to go for a simpler format. But while if you're wanting to become a graphic designer, I think you'll be hardly judged on what you're making your resume on. If you don't have a good resume and style, they might not even accept you even there. Now, what I want you all is to go on Canva. I think I've told all of you that if anyone has doubts maybe in how to log into Canva, I can go through that process all again. If you're on your mobiles, you can just download the app Canva. And if you're on your laptop, you can search Canva on the like on the Chrome, and the first website will be it. You can log in through your Google account, and then when you're on the main page, let me know. I'll go ahead with how you need to make it. You all have to make the resume with me. I'm going to make a like each one of you will make your resumes today. It might not be the perfect one, but you'll get a basic layout. Can
As you open Canva, we'll go through the suggested resume templates. There are a lot of resume templates on Canva, and we'll go through that and we'll work through it.
once you're done, can you just give me a thumbs up? I think most of you are done, but if someone's lacking behind, they can just speak up. I think you're all done. So I'm going to start with the content, like how you're going to build your whole resume. I think the basic layout is pretty well structured here, you can see. So firstly, we're going to start with a header. So this is your first impression on the employer or anything like the ATS as well. So you need a strong header. So what that includes is your full name. So Preeti Sharma, for example. Then you have a professional title. So you might be a software developer or a teacher, or you could have also been a student at a point. But I think if you had a position somewhere, you need to mention that. So it gives a good appeal to the person checking your resume. Yes, Swapnil, you have a question.
So most of us have never really worked or might would be applying for intern positions. So is it professional title optional for us?
Yeah, that would be like that. You can just add like a student and then you can just add it in your skills. So basically, after that comes your contact information where you will need to include your phone number, your email address. You could also include your LinkedIn profile. It's basically an app where it's like an app for job recruits, basically. It's like a very professional app. Then you can, it's an optional thing, but you can also add the location where you're like living, your city, state, or just like Delhi, India. There's this example over here. Um, so basically in this format you would need to write it. So can you all do it right now? And once you're done, just give me a thumbs up. If any one of you is facing any problems, please let me know. If anyone is done with what they've written, they can actually raise their hands and tell me what you've written. Is everyone done? Okay, I'll just wait for like 2 more minutes.
If you all are facing any queries, please feel free to ask, okay? Don't worry, we are not gonna tell you anything. So don't be quiet, rather ask us questions. If you are seeing something on your screen which you're not understanding, feel free to ask, okay? Kushagra, are you done? I can see a thumbs up.
Yeah, if
Yes.
anyone is done, they can raise their hands and tell us like if someone's facing issues, they can also relate like how to write it. You can raise your hands to tell what you've written till now. Yes, Sejal.
Hello, I am done, please. So, I chose a template which I felt is good, and I wrote my name. I am so sorry. I'll just try. Sure. Yes, please. So, I wrote my name and I wrote what I want to become, that is social worker. And then on the left side, we had options of writing our address, contact number, and email ID, and I put that as well.
Okay.
So, here it is.
Yes. So that gives like a more designer touch to it.
Yes, please.
Yes, Nishita, you can also go ahead.
The same pattern I have also used, that the name and the contact details, and then I have wrote an objective. So basically I want to become a chef, so I have wrote trying
I'm gonna move ahead to that. I'm also gonna explain that to everyone. Yes, Rukmini, you can go ahead. You're on
Uh,
mute.
so yes, I have written my name, and below that I have only written like BA graduating sociology. So is it very long, or should I make it shorter?
No, I think that's good enough.
ID
Okay.
Yes, Kushagra, please go ahead.
Yes, even I have tried to make my ID like I want to become a manager in any office, corporate office. So I have written my name, my number, and my email. I have choose this template, which seems to be simple.
Yeah. I think Payal's facing some issues if she can raise her hand and speak up. You don't understand how to make the template or like the content that we're going with. Is Payal there? Yes, Dildar, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello. I am facing a challenge with the format. Like I wrote my name, then I wrote the marketing address actually. Then I wrote the location and number and email address. Is it correct? Like where I have to put all these details in middle of the page or side of the page?
So if you're approaching a simpler format, you can just put them in like this manner, like one after the other, not like too ramped up. But your full name, your title, your contact information above your location, and then the location.
Dildar, in addition to that, there are a lot of templates on Canva. You can go through any of those templates and work according to. Further, do not use a template that has your pic that needs your picture in it. Like a lot of formats do not require or job titles do not require you to have a picture on your CV or a resume. They may actually reject that for just this. So try using a format that does not require a picture until unless you are into creatives.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, Lucky.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I have question that resume is like a written format to describe ourselves in front of anyone. Yes. And
Yeah, in
the
front
second
of
is
an employer.
yes. And second is, ma'am, we can write a name, when we can write our profession, advocate and a businessman, then we can write a contact number and email IDs, and then we can and space छोड़ना है क्या मैम दोनों सब लिखने के टाइम पे
Not
and
really. I mean, if you have space, you can, but I wouldn't recommend.
And ma'am, optional means ma'am, like we can do a computer course, then we can put optional. I have the degree, I have IIT degree, I have the degrees. ITIs.
That would come later when in your
I have
education
MSIT.
part.
I have a MSIT degree, so we can put in optional.
No, no,
This is
that would
my
come
resume.
later on. That would come in some other parts of your resume.
Okay,
This is just the header. This is just the start of your resume. It isn't the main resume.
thank you.
If you're all done with it, I can move ahead. Okay. So now we move on to the professional summary or an objective. So basically, it concises of like a it's like a concise 2-3 sentence overview of your professional experience, skill, and career goals. So basically, it lists down like your experiences, your skills, and careers, but in a short format. So if someone wants to go through your resume really quick, they can read this to understand what your objective is and how you're professionally coming here. So an example could be motivated educator with 5+ years of experience in classroom teaching and curriculum development, specializing in STEM subjects, seeking to contribute to an innovative learning environment at XYZ school. So, in this way, she's telling that, like, someone's telling that they have an experience of 5 years in the teaching arena, as well as they have a skill of STEM subjects, and then their career goal, which is to like contribute to an innovative learning environment at some school. And another example for an objective maybe could be first describing like yourself, which is enthusiastic and dedicated PU college graduate with a strong interest. So this displays your skill in teaching and child development. And then your career goal, seeking an opportunity to contribute to a progressive educational institution in Ramnagaram. So now I want you all to write a professional summary or an objective about yourself. It may take a lot of brainstorming to write about yourself because it needs to be just 2 or 3 lines.
In addition to what Behana just said right now, professional summary may also be used to determine whether your personal and professional goals match with the employers. I mean, it's very important. So just keep it concise and very to the point that whatever whatever you are all about and what do you want to do. That's it.
Can you all please write this? And if anyone's done, they can just raise their hands and tell me what they've written. Yes, Lucky, please go ahead.
Ma'am, can you show a perfect resume? One example.
I'll show it afterwards. Like when we're all done with the content, I'll go to the perfect resume as well. So basically, I also told you if you want to approach a creative job, you might want to approach with a graphic um resume, and if you want to go to a very serious job or maybe like a engineering or maybe like a management job, you might want to go with a simpler um structure.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether going for a managerial post or a creative post, you should, not you have to, but you should keep your resume as minimal as you can. I mean, a very complex or a very design centric CV does not look very appealing.
Yes, Nishita.
Ma'am, I have wrote the objective, but it is like only for 2 lines. Is it fine?
Yes, you can speak once so we can also understand what you've
So
written.
I have wrote to obtain a position of entry level in pastry chef to enhance my skill and to sharpen my technicals.
Okay. What you could also include is that maybe you have some experience of baking or something like that.
Internship experience.
Like you can just write I have an experience of internships as well. So not like very wide where and what that would come later on. No, I don't think you need to mention your age. If any one of you is like facing problems, they can just speak up. Or even if you're done with it, we can like hear what you've written. Yes, Sejal.
Yes, please. I am done, and I wrote, as I wrote my profession as social worker. So what I kept in my mind that I have recently completed my studies, and or yes. So I wrote a social worker who is passionate about establishing counseling centers at municipal school. I have worked with 5+ organizations, but I feel this is very half. There is no conclusion to it.
No, it's basically, it really gives like an introduction and a very good conclusion. So it's not like it's like you, if you read it, you get a idea of what you really want to do. So I don't think it needs any edits.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, Kushagru, please go ahead.
Yes, please. Uh, I have written like I would love to get a manager post because I have a quality of leadership, because I have done many professional events in my colleges, and I have been the part of my disciplinary team, and I have managed the bunch of people without any issues. So this is
I
correct.
think it's going a bit too long. I think you might
Okay.
just want to like make it concise and
Okay.
go like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Kushagra, try to use as many as determiners as you can. I mean, it has I a lot of times. So just try to use conjunctions and determiners in it. It will make it look more professional. And after you all are done with your CV or resume, you should just go through a Grammarly check. That will just, make it better.
Thank you so much.
yes, Durkeshwari and Madhuri.
Yes, so I am ready with my short summary. So may I say?
Yes.
So I have wrote as I'm planning to pursue LLB, which is law degree. So I've wrote keen learner and optimistic person, loves to socialize and participate in debates, and aspire to become a good lawyer.
I
Shall
think
I make any changes?
you can just add in if you have any experience of like um you can elaborate more on the debating part.
Sure.
Yes, Rukmini.
So I have written, I am a passionate explorer and learner having interest in the field of HR. I am good at time management and achieving goals, looking opportunities to work in the field of HR.
Yeah, that's good. You can just use more determiners.
Okay.
Yes, Sanjana, please go ahead.
Uh, so I have written motivated student aspiring to become a data analyst with a strong interest in mathematics, global reasoning, logical reasoning, and problem solving. Passionate about learning data analysis and understanding how data can drive decisions, and seeking an internship to develop analytical skills and gain foundational experience in the field. Is it
I
too
think
long? I
that's
think.
really, it's a bit too long, but I think it's really good how you've explained it, but you can just make it a bit shorter.
Thank you.
Yes, Krishna.
Yes, so I have made a summary, professional summary in which I have written. I have 2 years of teaching science subject to students since I love science because of its practical use in day-to-day life. Definitely, students are also going to love, understand very well.
I think it wasn't audible. If you can just put it in the chat box, we can refer to it.
All right.
If you're all done, I can move ahead. I think you should make it a bit shorter and put a Grammarly check on it. Otherwise, it's perfect.
Is there any other question? If not, we can move ahead.
Yes, I have one question, please.
All
Yes.
right.
Can I add a non-work experience in my CV?
Uh,
Can I add non-work experience in my CV?
like what experience?
Like any experience, like non-work.
I mean,
What do you mean by non-work experience, as
Uh,
yes, Rukmini.
I think she meant that she have no experience, like she have not worked earlier, so she's a fresher. Is that what she?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so you can just skip that part at whole.
you still have to write your summary, but you just don't need to write the experience part out of it.
Yes, Vishal.
I want to show my objectives, which I was written is
Yes, please go ahead.
looking to work at an organization as a CS to explore opportunities in the industries, and I am an enthusiastic person, fast learner, and looking to increase your profitability in your company.
Okay, I think that works. I think we'll move ahead. I see a lot of you already done. You can reform this later on as well. So the next thing that we're going to work on is skill section. So basically in this section, you need to include the most relevant skills you have for this job. So if you're someone who wants to work in a industry that is like tech oriented, you might want to like refer to that languages like Python, Java, or how to use Microsoft Word, Doc. So one example that we have here is like a technical, you can just like give short names to like what skill it is. So a technical job could be Microsoft Office Suite, Python, Photoshop, and you can also include one is soft skills, team collaboration, problem solving, communication. In this way, your um, public speaking skills could also be something that you could add here. And your technical way could be that Canva also now. you know how to use Google Docs, you know. So that's how you can just put like a short thing that you know. These all have to be relevant to what your job is. And then you can add languages. So maybe like Kannada, Hindi, English. And then whenever you're writing a like you should really refer to the job description. If you have any skill that is relating to the job description, you can just mention that as well. Yes, Kushagra, you have a question.
Like we have to describe the skills also in the resume.
No, you just
Is
need to
is it
mention which
good?
skills you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Yes, Swapnil.
So how is ATS connected with skills, or how does ATS, is it ATS looks for specific keywords? How does this thing work? Would you like to tell us more about it?
So basically it's like an AI that like scores your resume. So it might have like a job description like in it like like imbibed into it, and then it might just be looking for the best fit for the job. So if the employer wants someone who knows like Java and knows team collaboration, problem solving, and Microsoft Word, that's like four things that he wants. The ATS will search through them and then he'll find the best candidates for that.
So skill sections is more important, and ATS looks for skills or keywords in skill section, right?
Yes, but it's also about your work experiences and education as well. Like
Oh, okay.
overall, your resume like holds a lot of weight.
Thank you.
Yes, Archana. Yes, Sanjana, please go ahead.
I have one question, please. Do I need to give a proof of my skill in my resume?
Not really. If they ask you for your proof, then only you need to provide that.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
But you should always keep it handy in your interviews or something like that. Yes, Dildar, please go ahead.
Instead of Microsoft Word, Word doc, and Excel, PowerPoint, I can write MS Office basically
Yeah, you
because
can.
I
But if someone doesn't know like MS as a whole, they can just write like MS Word. Yes. I think this is like a short part. I want all of you to do it like really quick.
Guys, apart from the tangible skills that you guys are adding, uh, the question that Swapnil asked, it was a very relevant and very good question. So ATS may you they usually put such filters or something that will filter out people who have those skills or something. So you apart from tangible skills like MS Office or whatever softwares that you may use or whatever skill that you may have, in addition to that, you should have intangible skills as well, like team management or communication or something intangible but very relevant. So there are such filters as well, and ATS work. This is only how ATS works.
Does anyone have any other questions? Can you all please write this and then we can move ahead to the next thing. Once you're all done, can you please like give me a thumbs up so I can move ahead. I see like a lot of thumbs up coming. I think we can move ahead. If anyone has any doubts, they can clear it. I see no doubts. Let's move ahead. So now we come to the work experience. So what it includes is job title, company name, employment date. So if you've worked at a company, you can just like include the title that you got there and the company's name and how like the duration of your work, like from the like when you started and when you ended that job. And then you should describe your responsibilities and achievements during that job. So you should use action verbs to highlight the impact as well. I'll read out an example to like clarify any doubts that might be coming. So so there's like community volunteer for an organization, Youth for Change. Then they've mentioned the date that they've worked there, which is May 2022 to present. Like they're still working there. If you've not, like, if they've stopped working, they can just like mention October 2022. Then they've like explained what they've achieved and their responsibilities at the organization, which is organized and conducted weekend educational camps for underprivileged children, focusing on basic literacy and numeracy skills. Designed interactive lesson plans that improved student attendance by 15%. This could be one of the achievements that they could have like had in their work experience. Collaborated with a team to create educational material in Kannada and English. So, like, I know a lot of you don't have work experience. You can just totally skip this part. And there's another part that you could just add. I'll tell that after this. Is anyone confused? They can just ask. I'll explain it again. Once you're all done, we can move ahead. Yes, Saloni.
Oh, I am audible.
Yes.
If I have not done any work, then what should I write?
So you can just leave that space blank for now. I will tell you what to replace.
Okay, thank you.
Does
Guys,
anyone
I just added a test in the test in chat box. You can copy that link and you can use that test while you're determining your own strengths and AODs and while you're writing your about me or personal summary section. That helps a lot.
Yes, Swapnil.
So if I have I have volunteered at our KurNiv organization, right? Even that things can I add in work experience that this to this time I have worked and this pointer or this the things I have contributed or took initiative of.
Yes, you can. That's exactly what they're looking for. So if like you've got a brief of what the work experience is, we have less time. I think we can move ahead and I'll explain some other things as well. If everyone's understood and have like no doubts, I can move ahead. If you have any doubts, please raise your hands. Yes, Sanjana.
Can I add in work experience unpaid work like volunteering?
Yeah, you can add volunteering.
Okay.
I think we have no doubts. If anyone has, I think I'll move ahead. And if you have any doubts, you can tell me. So after this, you're going to have your education. So basically, what it includes is any degrees or certifications that you've earned. So, for example, you've earned a Bachelor of Science in Physics, and you need to mention the university or school name and your graduation date where you got that degree. Then you need to include some relevant academic achievements or coursework achievements if they are applicable for the job. So, for example, in your education, you could include like pre-university college graduate, government PU college, Ramnagaram, and you graduated in 2023 and you majored in arts. So, this is a structure basically. You need to include all of these points. Basic education is needed while they're um, employing someone. So, this is like also a part that holds a lot of weight. If anyone has any doubts on this, please raise your hands. Yes, Sanjana.
Can I add online courses in my education?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think this is a really short part. I think I can move ahead. But if any of you have like any doubts, you can raise your hands at any point. Like even if we've passed that topic, you can raise your hands for that particular topic. So another optional thing is, so this is for people who have not like had any work experience. They could include projects and certifications. So in this, if you've done any project that significance your skills. So basically, you built a budgeting app using Python. That shows that you have a skill and you've done something, or you've done a project basically that shows your interest in it and shows that you know the skills. Then, if you have any certifications related to the role, so like your job, if you have any certifications related to that, for example, Google Data Analytics certificate, and you need to mention when you like got that certificate as well. Then you need to like add one or two sentences about what you achieved through the project or certification. So if you did that project, you need to um write about the project and what you learned from it basically. An example of this could be resume workshops for peers. Organized a small workshop to help fellow students create organized a small workshop to help fellow students create resume using Canva and guided 10 classmates in formatting and structuring their resumes. That's what you could include. If anyone has any doubts in this, please let me know. Yes, Nishita.
So,
Ma'am,
ma'am,
I
basically,
think I have certificate of the something, so we cannot attach with the resume and submit the our office interview.
No, you
Only
can just write that
हमारे पास हमारे पास हमारे पास सर्टिफिकेट रहेगा कोई चीज का, तो हमें उसे अटैच करने की जरूरत नहीं ना रिज्यूम के साथ.
नहीं.
थैंक यू मैम.
Yes, Nishita.
so the same question because once I have went for the internship, so there I have wrote about the certificate part. But that time the HR people asked me about the original copy of certificates. So should we keep all the certificate attached to it or just we have to write it?
So basically, you need to keep them in hand when you're going for an interview, but it does not need to be attached to the resume. So if you're stating something that you know or you have an experience, you need to have a certification for that. Yes, Swapnil.
So specifically about certification, I have seen that people usually add a say, link or a call to action button right next to the title. So can we add something like that and the HR can tap on it and go to the certificate digital copy of it?
Yeah, that works. Does anyone have any other questions? I think it's like, yeah, Payal, please go ahead.
Ma'am, if I have not any certificate and project, can I can't get any job.
It's not like you won't get the job, it's basically like you might be just less experienced than others. You can
Okay,
still,
thank.
yeah.
Sorry. Please continue.
So you can just mention your skills and stuff. That could be something you're doing for the first time. But I feel that you need to portray your skills by doing some kind of project. You can just go out helping others, maybe basically going out to people and just telling them that, oh, I worked with these people and like that could just be like a project. Like I'm doing
Yes,
right
please.
now, this could also be a project.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yes, the foundation has some questions.
Yes, thank you, Vihana. I wonder, Payal, what you're doing for KurNiv is experience. Serving as a Didi is experience. Being a mentor, serving on the social media committee, doing administration work, your expertise with Excel worksheets, All this is experience. This is what we are offering you, and this is what Vihana Didi is trying to explain. You can add in your resume. Saloni, your mentor experience can be added. So think about what you've been doing. We know that you're only 1 year out of school, 10th standard, but these are all the things you've been doing, and you can add them, sweetheart. You understand what we're saying now?
Yes, please, ma'am. Thank you.
Perfect, darling. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Vihana.
No issues. Yes, Swapnil, please go ahead.
Yeah, so along with this, ma'am, if I have got certification like best mentor or something else, I should also connect them to the link or something next to it, right?
Yes, absolutely, Swapnil. 100% correct. And Payal, you will receive a certificate at Junction for being a co mentor. So we know that all of you haven't been given opportunities to earn certificates. That is why we create opportunities for you to get certificates. So, Payal, you will get your first certificate at Junction this year. Okay, darling?
Yes, please, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Sorry, Vihana, I interrupted, but back to you, darling.
I think you all got a brief of what the projects and certifications are. If anyone has any further doubts, they can just still ask. I'll just move ahead on my part. So, lastly, this is very optional, but you can add your hobbies and interests. It's very optional. If you have skills, you're actually portraying that you have like skills and interests. But this could just show like an additional thing and add a humanitarian touch to it. So it includes like relevant hobbies that you might be doing to showcase your personality or job related skills. So if you're applying for like some job that needs like good public speaking as well, you can definitely mention that. This all like public speaking sorry, public speaking could be mentioned in your soft skills, but like painting and blogging, you can really add them in your interests, because what you add on your resume can be later on asked for you to do at the organization. So basically, if you're working as a tech person, but if you've added on your like resume that you know how to do like blogging, so if like the company wants to hold an event that needs some blogging to be done, they can reach out to you and you can just be paid extra for the extra skill that you know. um I'll just give an example. So, reading inspirational books and short stories. So, this shows that you're being motivated continuously and you're up for what you want to do. And then sketching and creating DIY crafts. So, this could just show your creative angle as well if you're like going for a simpler job. But this could just show like if you're going for a designer job, you can just show something that is more management side as well. Yes, Kushagra, please go ahead.
Like I have seen many resume have the option of like references. So it does it make a good impact to the resume references
So
part?
references is basically someone is referring you.
Yes, yes.
So it's better to add that if someone's like you need to have approval of the person who's referring you though.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, Zainab, you can go ahead.
Yes, please. Ma'am, we get a certificate from school. It will helpful for us or not?
So what sort of certificate? If it's your degree, yes, you need to mention that you've been graduated from school and you have a degree in maybe like something.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Vishal.
So Didi has a Kushagra said. So Kurniv has suppose give me one job, so I can put the Kurniv name in the references like from Kurniv I am coming for the job. Like, do I do that?
So when you're writing your work experience, I think you're going to write a lot about KurNiv Foundation. But if KurNiv Foundation is referring you, you can just go and ask them, and then you can add them as your reference.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Vishal. Sorry, Sanjna.
So Do we need to add photos on a CV or resume? It is complete, or
It's
like it's optional.
it's optional, but a lot of resumes have been rejected that have like pictures. It looks sorry, it looks a bit less formal to the companies. Though if you're applying for a creative job or something like that that requires you to add a picture, you might just add it.
So basically, it is not compulsory in a professional resume.
Yes. Yes, Angel, please go ahead.
So if we are writing some hobbies section, we are writing hobby like reading. So should we also mention like what book we are reading or crafts? If we are mentioning to what kind of crafts we do, or we should just only mention hobby.
So like
So like
what kind
what
of
kind of add
hobby do
description
you do?
about it or not?
No, you
Like
can
no, you
just
can just
write like
write
a
like a
brief.
so we can only mention like I reading and sketching and that's fine.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
you can. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Topsy, please go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes.
So if we have certificate like in a link form or in a PDF form, so can we use that?
You can definitely use that. You can just add a link to it if you're submitting like an online thing. Or if you're going to an offline interview, you can just write your about your certification on the certificate, and like you can just write it in this part, projects and certificates. So you can, if they ask you about the certification, you can just show them proof.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Lucky. Lucky, you can go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, we can make a resume form for Canva also, na?
Yes, that's
And
basically.
how to and ma'am, how to make a professional resume like we can see like a LinkedIn and other platform resumes. Then we can take knowledge and then we can make a resume. It is right option.
Yes, it's the right option, but what you really need to do is you need to have like trusted sources
Where
that.
we get information to how to make a professional resume. Then we can select it first time interview.
So this is actually the content that needs to be added on your professional resume. And basically you can just go in a simpler manner. You can just have like a job heading and wait, I'll just show it to you. You can just have like a resume somewhat like this. This is like the most standard resume that you can have. This simple one. This is available on Canva as well. I feel that Canva just makes your life much easier going out for templates and making them. So I think you should really refer to that. Yes, Payal.
Ma'am, if I have hobbies, do I need to give them proof that I have that hobby?
No, you don't need to. If until and unless you mention it in your skills, maybe I don't think you need to like have any proof for that.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
But if you have any certification for any of these hobbies, they're not counted as hobbies. They're now your skills.
Yes, please, thank you.
Yes. So I'm just going to show you a formatting structure. I'm not going to show you a whole resume, but there's an example that I've written for someone. So basically, this is how this is about a resume for Amit Kumar. So his objective was hardworking and dedicated ITI electrical graduate seeking an opportunity to contribute technical skills and knowledge in a reputable organization, passionate about solving electrical issues and committed to delivering quality work. This is so what I'm showing you right now is a combined thing that what all of the things that we've learned today in a combined manner. Then you comes your skills, basic electrical wiring and installations, troubleshooting electrical systems and equipment, knowledge of safety protocols and electrical tools, proficient in MS Word and basic computer operations. In this, he's always all like covered his name, like the header is covered, then his objective is covered, and his skills are covered. Then his education is Industrial Training Institute, ITI, Electrical. He's then also mentioned the location as well as when did he complete that? When did he like graduate from there? Then your projects. Home wiring model. So he made a home wiring model. It was designed and demonstrated a working model of residential wiring, including lighting, switches, and sockets. Then a basic motor repair, successfully repaired and tested a single phase motor during practical sessions. Then an experience that he's added is apprentice electrician local at a local workshop, May 2024 to October 2024. His experience, like his achievements and what he learned over there is assisted senior electricians in installing and repairing electrical systems, gained hands-on learning with wiring and panel maintenance. If you have no work experience, you can totally skip this part. Then hobbies and interests, learning about new like electrical technologies, watching DIY electrical repair tutorials. So this is like a complete formatting way. It's not like it's only the content, it's not how a resume should look. I earlier on I showed you how a resume should look. This is how a resume should look. And then I explained how what content the resume needs to have. This is what it needs to have. If anyone like thank you all for letting me hold this session. If any one of you have still any doubts in all of these, please let me know at this instance. You can raise your hands and go ahead. Yes, Dildar.
In education part, there we have to mention the college name, but there is need for the marks or the CGPA something.
Not really until and unless you're asked for it or if it's mentioned in your job description.
Okay, but I saw in the these designs there is mentioned, so I asked.
So they might not just be particularly aligned to like the Indian job market.
Thank
You
you.
can add your CGPA if you have an exceptional CGPA score or something, but you don't necessarily have to add it or something.
Yes, Sanya.
So on the project part, we can show like presentation if we have done in college.
You can. That really shows that you know how to make presentations and you were able to hold that presentation in front of like an audience.
Okay.
Yes, Swapnil.
So my question have like two parts. Can we have essay custom sections like achievements or extracurricular and all these sections like projects, achievements, education, can we reorder them like based on if I am really in really good college, so I can bring the education section up, or if I have really nice work experience, so can I bring that section on the top? Is it reorderable?
Yeah, it is reorderable. It's just that the content, like the content needs to be intact. It needs to be precise as well as explanatory of what you've done. Does anyone else have any questions? So, yeah, I am done with my presentation. I hope you all have just come up with your own resume. Yes, Swapnil, you have a question.
One more question, like, is there any tip or is there any suggestion how or what should be in resume or how should a resume be that um increases our uh, percentage or increases the chances of us getting recruited?
So basically, I think the more you add your work experiences and how skilled you are is more like likely to get you a job. So when you have a lot of skills, And when those skills are relative to the job, that's when it makes a lot more sense and makes you more probable to be hired.
Just don't add too much unnecessary content in your CV. You don't need that. Be as to the point and as precise as you can. I mean, that raises your chance to get that job.
I mean, if you have like a very good skill set, then you don't need to go on to the hobbies and interest parts. You can just elaborate your skills like anything.
But I know it can be, one can face a hard time determining their own skills or something. I mean, like, not all, we don't always look into ourselves and, just figure out what our skills are. So, take as many as tests as you can, introspect, and then put those skills on your CV.
Can my resume change based on different jobs I'm applying? And like suppose XYZ job have some XYZ skills it is needing. So can I switch my skills and update it according to job description, make it as close as job description and send it there? And for next job, I can again update it and send it there. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I
Exactly,
think
that's what they need.
it's like you can keep your education and everything the same part, and you can just change like the skills that like replicate the job description.
You always need to play with the skills and the hobbies part. That is necessary.
Yeah, I think I'm done. If any one of you like wants to speak up about your experience today, you could go ahead. Yes, Krishna.
Yes, so yes, today I learned one thing unique is that we don't need a photo in our resume. It was new for me. So slowly I'm also learning new things. What are the necessary things for resume and what are not. Because it's better to know what to do not rather than doing what. It's also good. So thank you so much for today.
Yes. Yes, Kushagru, you can go ahead.
Yes, like Krishna said, like even I was thinking that the photo impacts more on resume. So today I really got to know that the photo doesn't matter in resume because it should be in formal format, and also got to know more about resume and CV differences because past year I used to think that CV and resume both are same thing, but today also I got to know that they have differences. So thank you so much, Priyanka. Also Abhinav Bhaiya. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Tapsi, you can go ahead. Yes, Tapsi, do you have anything to say? Okay, Angel, whatever you want to say.
Uh, so first of all, thank you so much. I have learned a lot about resume today, about CV and resume, and that we don't need to actually put photo on a resume, and what lots of things that I don't know that we can put in a resume that I learned today. Thank you for that.
No issues. I think Sanjana, you can go ahead.
Thank you for the session. The session was really helpful for me because I had lots of questions around my head, and it's almost clear all my doubts related to CV and resume, especially that photo part. Because whenever I ask somebody, like they say, you put photo is compulsory on a resume. So like it's now clear that question. Thank you.
Yes, Zainab, you can go ahead.
Yes, please. Today I learned how to make resume and difference between CV and resume that I don't know before. That's why. Thank you.
No issues. Yes, Pyle, please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Before I was thinking that resume needs to write creatively so that they attract a job and but you proved me wrong. You proved me wrong, and I think that resume needs to be in clearance and in good grammars, and we need to add our experience and what we have to require to add in job experience. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Saloni, you can go ahead.
Today I made a very good resume. I learned how to upload my photo and develop this skill and how to put all the experience skill. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Yes, Fatima, and Shamna, you can go ahead.
First of all, thank you so much, Didi, for this class. I really learned many things and learned a difference between CV and resume. I heard resume many times, but I don't know how it looks like. But now I know. That's why thank you so much again.
No issues. Yes, Jasmine, you can go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank you so much for this amazing session. It was my first time to learn how to make a resume and what things it included in the resume. So thank you so much for this amazing.
Yes. Yes, Sweetie and Mansi.
Yes, please. So, thank you so much for this session. The thing I learned in the resume making session was, I was thinking in experience section we have to write as a fresher or something like that. But I learned we can write about our certification and project as well. Thank you for that.
No issues. Thank you, guys. I think I'll see you soon, maybe sometime. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
ma'am.